Former Southampton manager Glenn Hoddle's teamed up with some other big names from South Coast football to give young discarded players a second chance. The Glenn Hoddle Academy arrived in Hampshire yesterday for the first in a series of practice matches to help 40 18 to 20-year-olds find a way into the professional game. Football clubs across Europe release hundreds of talented young players every year. One recently was Portsmouth fan Emmanuel Udoji, who was told he wasn't good enough for a future at Fratton Park.
It was heartbreaking, but I've got a few people behind me supporting me, like my mum. The coaching staff there really liked me as well, so they did encourage me to keep my head up and keep going for my dreams.
It's all about opinions, isn't it, football? I mean, one manager likes a player, the same player, the next manager comes in and doesn't fancy him, and vice versa. Sometimes when the manager goes, some lads think, oh good, because I'll get my chance now. And these lads have been released, whatever reasons. They've all got little weaknesses for sure, but there's not a player born that's not.
Some of them have come to us and they thought their career had finished. You know, they was quite willing to say, football's not my forte, I'm going to go and look for another job. But you know, fortunately for them, they had people around them that had belief in them and told them to give it another go. And they've come out here and they're showing they've got some ability.
Managers at top clubs mostly prefer to buy rather than develop players, so youngsters are often released before they've realised their full potential. Hoddle first experienced having to tell 18-year-olds they weren't good enough at Swindon, but he was convinced then that this shouldn't be the end of the road. He's now teamed up with his friend John Gorman, who was a Southampton scout, coach and caretaker manager last season, and former Pompey boss Graham Ricks, Nigel Spackman, who started his career at Bournemouth, and ex-Saints Brighton and Pompey keeper Dave Besant. The Glenn Hoddle Academy is based in Spain, and unusually the coaches are keen for their players to move on quickly. Manny's keen to be the first success story.
Oh, I'm really keen. If Southampton came up to me right now and gave me a contract, I'll sign it. But to be fair, that's all the lads' dream, to get away. And obviously the coaching staff really wants us out anyway.
They become like your sons, but you don't want them here too long.
There was a boost for Saints yesterday too, as captain Michael Svensson played the first 45 minutes of the 1-1 draw.